I suppose there have been stories around the NUS and anti-Semitism for a very long time. Is this the first time that we've got it in a report, written there in black and white? This is pretty unarguable now.
I mean, it is completely unarguable. I mean, it's the 8th report now into anti-Semitism in NUS. And the most astonishing thing about National Union of Students is this is a union which says at the centre of our mission is anti-racism. And you'll remember from your days in the thick of NUS politics that, you stood up against anti-Semitism. This is something that generations of people have now been dealing with. Generations of Jewish students particularly have been dealing with NUS anti-Semitism. And this is now a really clear report saying it is a huge problem within their student union. Of course, they just removed their president amidst a whole load of allegations around anti-Semitism. I think they've really got to wake up now. And in all the discussions we had with Rebecca Tuck, the King's Counsel who conducted the investigation, it really felt that for the first time there was a sort of someone sane and rational just looking at this and saying, look, forget all of the jargon and all of the promises. You've got a serious problem and this is how you've got to fix it.
It is remarkable because I remember back to sort of 2015 when I was involved in the organisation, and back then the president was someone who had described the University of Birmingham as a Zionist outpost, who had been accused of all sorts of very, very malign comments towards the Jewish community. And it seemed like then there was sort of an understanding at that point that the organisation wanted to move on. But it's just slipped right back.
And this is one of the amazing things, and the report actually comments on this. NUS's memory as an organisation is like a goldfish. They have an incident like the one you talked about, then a couple of years go by where they say, we're going to sort this out, we're going to take this seriously, it's going to be the end of it, you won't have this problem again. And not long after that, we have Jewish students, they invited a particularly inflammatory person to their conference. Jewish students complained about it. The Jewish students were told, well, why don't you just go and sit somewhere else whilst this goes on? They then elect a president who in the past had tweeted the words to a chant basically saying, Jews, remember the Battle of Khaybar, the army of Muhammad is returning. And this is a battle in, I think, 628 AD in which Jews were massacred. You've got this kind of thing going on, as you say, not a moment after they had a previous incident with the previous president.